about, and you know, we've been trying to come up. Robert's always very open about, if you have an idea, let's talk about it, let's see if something we can do with it. So Amelia Thimble came out of, I was on the internet one day at work and just, you know, going through the web, or whatever you call it, surfing the web, and which we're not allowed to at work anymore. It wasn't me, I swear. Eric blames me for like letting in this big virus, and it wasn't me. Anyway, so I was on a few of my favorite sites. And I came across this amazing short called Alma. And it's actually, if you've ever seen it, it's pretty amazing. It's a stop motion. It's about a little girl. There's no voiceover, nothing. Little girl walking down the street, looks like Paris. Hang on a second, Eric. And she comes across a storefront, and she sees in the storefront a doll in the window that looks exactly like her. So she goes over to get in, and the door's locked. And when she finally gets in, the whole store is filled with little dolls all over the shelves, but you know there's something kind of creepy. And long story short, at the end, she ends up inside the doll that looks like her. So basically what's happening is sort of like a Twilight Zone Pixar thing going on. So you can see it's kind of creepy. But there was just something about this little girl and this kind of like off story. The story was kind of off a little bit. It was sweet but kind of weird and creepy at the same time. So I just loved it. So it kind of like sparked this whole idea of, you know, what we could do maybe next. And then the thimble was sort of just this whole little tiny, you know, putting it all together, taking like the idea of a small little girl and a thimble and sewing and making Amelia Thimble out of it. The sewing kit, that whole world of just, you know, I was a clothing designer for over 20 years, so sewing is in my blood. There's a lot of, you know, so I'm always making something, you know. This here is a sketch, one of the original sketches for Amelia.